It's the Buick World Show. With Milton's guest stars Peter Lawford, Carol Channing, and Maria Riva. I know that very soon we'll take a honeymoon, my Buick. My love and I.
Cars are nothing new. For over 100 years, we've been enjoying the developments of the horseless carriage for their convenience and style. They've become necessities, subjects of beauty, collectors' dreams, and in all, man's best friend. But the more we enjoy cars, the more we see evidence of their downside. Car exhaust released into the atmosphere produces the greenhouse effect, when pollution gases prevent heat the sun gives to the earth from exiting back into space. The concern for going green and saving energy inspires new innovations and ideas to make life more efficient. One thing, however, that seems to be the next big thing for saving energy happens to be a development of a very old idea. Electric cars were first invented in the 1800s and competed with the alternate vehicles of the day, steam and gas-powered cars. Electric cars had the advantage. They didn't give off gas exhaust, didn't smell, didn't need to shift gears, didn't rattle, and omitted the trouble of visiting a gas station. For these reasons, the electric car was the most popular until the 20s. Roads lengthened across the country, and cars needed to travel farther. The price of gas reduced over the discovery of Texas oil, and Ford made its gasoline cars Model Ts a third of the price of an electric car. The difference between the past and today? Besides the fact that there are over 135 million registered cars in the US alone, today we have the technology and innovations to hurdle over the limitations that extinguished the electric car in the early 20th century. With the increase of environmental awareness and the rate at which gas prices are increasing, scientists and consumers move towards the production of more energy-efficient automobiles that can fit today's standards.
Jim Meigs has been driving these electric cars for the past few months. He's editor-in-chief of Popular Mechanics magazine, and he joins us here this morning. Jim, good morning. Good to see you.
Great to be here.
Why now? Is it just because of the price of gas, and because we want to be a greener society? I mean,
that's part of it. Really, two main things. First is the battery technology has finally gotten to the point where it's becoming practical. They have the necessary range. The other is political. The federal government is really behind this technology and offering those hefty tax rebates.
Yeah. I read that a single charge, you can get up to about 73 miles. Let's talk about that from a financial standpoint of just how long you'd have to be in one of these before you'd make some of that money back, the difference between gas and electric. The sticker price is a little high, but you know what, like you said.
So for the Leaf, you've got about a $4,000 premium roughly compared to a comparable car. You could pay that back in about 2.5 years, according to our calculations, with the huge savings you get over using gasoline for fuel, with the tax rebate.
Yeah. As far as the environment, how much of an advantage is this? I know you talked about the federal government.
It's a dramatic advantage. I mean, you know, you think you're burning coal somewhere to make electricity. You think that all you're doing is moving the problem. In fact, though, these cars are so much more efficient than burning gasoline. It's actually not only a financial savings, but a huge savings in terms of pollution and CO2 going into the atmosphere.
All right. Appreciate it, Jim.
Though the vehicle might not yet be in the average person's price range, we can be sure that the electric cars are on the road to a more efficient and innovative future.
We're issuing a challenge. We're telling America's scientists and engineers that if they assemble teams of the best minds in their fields and focus on the hardest problems in clean energy, we'll fund the Apollo projects of our time. With more research and incentives, we can break our dependence on oil with biofuels and become the first country to have 1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2050.